What up, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're new here, or if you ain't, whichever one, welcome. So today, you saw the thumbnail. We're gonna make a delicious treat. They are Reese's Brownies Cheesecake Bites. Reese's Brownie Cheesecake Bites. Now, I came up with this idea because it was the time of the month. Okay. And one thing about me and the time of the month, okay, men, you couldn't relate. You can't relate to the conversation right now. I'm talking to my women. When it's the time of the month for me, I want chocolate and I want hot stuff for some odd reason. I crave spicy and I crave chocolate. I did not know that Jiffy had a fudge brownie mix. So if you just seen that, this is what it is right here. I'm just getting the clumps out right here. This is one box of the Jiffy fudge brownie mix because I just wanted to see how it tasted. And I haven't seen nobody talking about it. So whenever I haven't seen nothing, or even if I had to, seen somebody talking about it, I still would have made this. But I was craving chocolate so bad, and I was also craving cheesecake and a Reese's, which it explains the combination here. I was craving all three. I just needed chocolate. I needed to make sure I had the chocolate. Now, at first I didn't know what I wanted to do exactly, but since I had that little series back like a couple years ago where I made like cheesecake muffins, this is like the same thing, except we're making brownies. So the cake part is basically, well, not basically, but the cake part is the brownie part. So the crust is basically going to be the brownie. Because personally, too, I'm not a big fan of cheesecake crust. That's why I like that they got like the cheesecake in a tub now. You can get Philadelphia cheesecake, no baked cheesecake in a tub with no crust. I love that they doing that because just for the people, like the people out there that don't like crust, like me, I'm not a big crust person. Like I'm all about, I just want the cake. I want the cheesecake part. That's all. That's all I need. That's all I want. Okay? Give me the cheesecake. So at this point, I'm following the box. Okay, the directions, I follow exactly how the box says. So if you wondering about that, just literally follow the Jiffy fudge brownie box. Okay, because that's exactly what I did. So I knew I wasn't gonna make a full pan. I knew it wasn't gonna be enough for a full pan. So that explains why, I got the cupcake liners like kind of just spaced out like this. Well, I just kind of went with the flow. I go with the flow. Okay, I don't have a way of doing nothing, no rhyme or reason. I just do. Okay, so I just put some of basically made the crust. So I put enough in there to basically make that the crust. So the brownie crust and the brownie is in the muffin liners, and I'm gonna make the cheesecake. Make sure this is what you do. This is what you don't do. Make sure your cream cheese, make sure it's softened. Make sure it is, let it sit out. It needs to be room temp because this is gonna happen. You see how it's running away from the mixer? Because it's still cold. You need room temp softened cream cheese because it's not going to be easy to mix when it's not softened. So just to help soften it out, I added the egg. You can add 2 eggs if you want, but I just left it with 1. Okay, now 2 eggs, it'll be a little watery, so you might want to stick with 1. But like I said, I'm just making a box. Now if you're making a big party, you might need 2 eggs. You're gonna need more cream cheese and you're gonna need more eggs for sure. More cream cheese and more eggs. That's going to be your biggest thing that you're going to need. Okay? And I will even throw in a little bit of cream cheese. Like, not cream cheese. A little bit of sour cream. Because occasionally I like to throw in a little bit of flour. Just like a little tablespoon or whatever. Or just a little sprinkle. Of flour. And a little bit of... What else? A little sprinkle of flour. And sometimes I add sour cream. Just for creaminess. It just adds creaminess. Literally. Then I went ahead with my confectioner sugar. Because I don't use regular sugar when it comes to my cheesecakes. Since I always, except if I do the no bake cheesecake, which since I'm baking this, I had to make it from scratch. I always like to use confectioner sugar when it comes to baking. And I added a splash of this sweet and creamy coffee creamer. Okay. Coffee creamer adds, I don't know, just because it's cream. It just adds, I like the flavor. The flavor is additional. I love flavor. Then I did not have vanilla extract. So instead of vanilla extract, I went in with almond extract. If you don't have vanilla extract, you can always use almond. Okay? Because every once in a while when I want vanilla extract, it's sold out everywhere I look. It's so weird. And sometimes I don't feel like looking more than one. Either way, if you don't have vanilla extract, use almond. Okay? Almondy. So I went ahead and just mixed that together. Make sure you taste it, just in case you got to go in with more confectioner sugar. Just taste it. I'm an eyeballer, okay? I can't give you no measurement when it comes to that sugar. Start off with a half a cup if it make you feel good. But either way, this is going to be a taste as you go type of thing, okay? It's going to be perfect for taste as you go. Make sure you taste so you can adjust the sweetness to your liking, okay? Adjust the sweetness first. Don't put it in the thing until you adjust that sweetness, okay? All right. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you. Okay. So then I went ahead and added the cheesecake. Okay, I added the cheesecake on top of the brownie mix. And I did crush if you saw that, I crushed the Reese's in the brownie batter also. So the brownie batter it's the Jiffy. And then I crushed that Reese's up in it. And I put that in there. And then I added this is me adding the cheesecake part, and I'm swirling it around, bringing it around town, giving it the swirls. So that's why I had that look like you saw in the beginning, in the thumbnail, and even in the beginning video, the intro, you saw it was like swirled. That's because I'm doing this right here. I like a good, I don't know, I like how it looked when it's swirled. It was gonna look too plain. It wouldn't have looked too like super plain if I didn't swirl it, but I'm gonna swirl it. Okay, anytime I'm doing cheesecake, I need it to swirl because I want it just to be all kind of not just in one spot. Like, it's gonna sink either way, but I just wanted to make sure the chocolate was not just at the bottom type. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want all the brownie to be at the bottom. I wanted some brownie at the top with the cheesecake. Okay, and it's all about the look of things. You know, you gotta eat with your eyes. I like a nice visually pleasing. When it comes to all my dishes, my baked goods, my soulful and savory dishes, everything, I need it to look visually pleasing. We always eat with our eyes first, okay? If you didn't know that, you know now. And even if you didn't know that, you do, you know? That's why we scroll all day on the phone, just looking at people's cooking, and you looking at this right now, and I'm making you hungry. You know what I'm saying? I get that a lot. That's cool, because you eating with your eyes. When you could look at a video and say that it's making you hungry, your eyes done made you hungry because you're looking at the video. And in your mind, your eye. So really what's happening is your eyes see it, and then it's communicating with your mind like, oh, that sounds good. We should go get some of that. We should make some of that. I want some of that. Like, that's basically what your eyes is doing to your mind, so then you gonna want it. If you make something look real good and make it sound good, you're gonna make people want it. And that's why being a foodie influencer and just an influencer in general, that's why it's so big. Because if you make it sound good, it's gonna sell, and people gonna want to get it. They gonna want to know exactly where you got it at, all that, you know. I can't lie, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to stuff, I just can't lie. I'm gonna give you a natural reaction because I want you to know. Because if it's real good, I'm gonna want everybody to try it, no matter what it is, whether it's my food, anybody else's, whether I'm doing review, whatever. So then I cooked it on 325 for about 25 minutes. 25 minutes tops. And this was it. This is the finished product. Okay? It was delicious. They're delicious. If you love chocolate, if you love cheesecake, if you love Reese'S, and you know, easily I could have made, because you know they have Reese'S brownies now. I could have did that. I could have did the Reese's brownies, and, you know, then I could have made my cheesecake. Like, the whole process except just using the Reese's brownies. But like I said, I didn't know Jiffy had fudge brownie mix, and I had to see it through. I had to see if it was really given, and it is. To be so cheap, it's like $1.05, y'all. Literally, like, it's like $1.05. Well, at the store I found it at least. It was $1. And it's fire. Like, I can only imagine the brownies by themselves, like with that little crisp, because I like brownies with that little crispy corner too. Like, I like but this does have to be refrigerated because it's the cheesecake. So once it cooled down and you can take it out the oven, you need to let it cool off in the refrigerator. So take it out the oven, let it cool out for like 30 minutes or so, and then you're gonna put them in the refrigerator. So this is a cold dessert. This is a chilled dessert. Just like my cupcake muffins. Same thing. Make it. They're delicious. Oh my gosh. You're going to love them. You're going to love them. Let me know. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Okay, we're building 10K. I'm on the way. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell some kin to tell some more kin. Okay? We're building. You know, I can't make... This was that day. I was hurting, I was in pain, but that chocolate really it took all that pain away. Okay? It was delicioso. Delicioso! I want one now. I'm finna go get some. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, though. For real. Okay? For real, for real.